Something that's never failed me in life is letting fear be my north star, my true north on the compass. And what this means is anytime when I'm deciding what to do, I've never regretted doing the thing I was more afraid of. So if there's two choices, whatever one you're more afraid to do is usually the right answer. In one of my favorite books, The War of Art, Stephen Pressfield talks about this concept of how it's actually easy to figure out what direction to go in life. Just think about which direction are you most afraid to walk down and go that way. And sometimes that could be quitting your job. Sometimes it could be doubling down on your job. Sometimes it could be ending the relationship you're in. Sometimes it could be doubling down on that relationship. And I find that the human mind is brilliant, but it's not all conscious. So if you're analyzing two options, option A, option B, and logically, perhaps option A and B are equally as good, but you're very afraid to do option B, whereas option A is comfortable. In that situation, 99% of the time, the right choice for you is to do option B, the one you're afraid of. And I think there's a deep knowledge and brain chemistry that happens where, on a deeper level, your brain has analyzed what it would be like walking down path A, walking down path B, and you're consciously aware of certain aspects, certain pros and cons, and you're probably not fully consciously aware of why one option brings up more fear than the other. And if you understand that the caveman lizard part of your brain is not designed to make you successful, it's just designed to keep you alive long enough to reproduce. So oftentimes, fear is based out of the possibility of standing out. So if you understand this and consciously decide that in your life as a human, you want to stand out because we no longer live in caveman days. And now by standing out, you can have freedom, build business, have influence, etc. You can use fear as a compass about what to do. And you can, when you feel that fear come up, you can say to yourself, okay, if I was a caveman, this choice would cause me to stand out in some way and expose me to more risk, which is why I'm afraid of it. But in the modern world, my goals in life actually involve being remarkable and standing out. So let's take that path of fear. So you can almost outsmart your own mind by understanding a few of these mechanisms. Now, an example of this for me when I was building my business was cold calling. That was the task I was most afraid of doing. I didn't want to bother people. I didn't want to get rejected. And I had all sorts of rationalizations about why I shouldn't spend too much time cold calling, around I'm wasting my time, I'm bothering people, and being a nuisance, etc. And at the time, there were other avenues I could use to try to get clients. I don't know, networking, posting on social media, etc. But the cold calling is the thing that I was most afraid of. And I followed that North Star. I did 50 cold calls a day religiously until I had my first couple of clients. And the crazy part is that only one or two of those clients came from the cold calling. The other couple came from referrals. However, the strength and sales skills I learned through the cold calling are what allowed me to close the referral clients easily to become good long-term clients. So the cold calling didn't give me the direct benefit to the full extent I expected, but it, in the end, was the thing that led to my success. So that's when I talk about this deep knowledge that your brain can often know. Logically, there's no way I could have really understood that in advance. All I knew is that, hey, I'm afraid of this the most, so I need to prioritize this and do this. And in the end, it'll lead me to more success. In scientific terms, there's this idea of deep learning, which is, let's just say a professional athlete, let's just say an American football player is able to run, throw, catch the football, and he no longer needs to think about it. It's almost fully reflexes. And if you were to try to calculate the timing of his jump, of his hand, of the muscle contractions, of how he catches the ball, you would need like multiple PhDs in calculus to figure out the optimal way for him to leverage the muscles and energy in his body to achieve that. And yet he does it in fractions of a second, almost subconsciously. So scientists have called this deep learning, where you have unconscious competence. And the point I'm talking about is similar in that your mind knows these deep truths. And that this isn't a spiritual video. Your mind knows the deep truths because it's constantly able to process the world and its understanding of it. And it's able to do so faster and on a deeper level than you can consciously articulate to yourself. And tapping into fear as the North Star is one of the ways to tap into your own deep learning. And of course, this takes some calibration. I'm not going to say this is going to work 100% of the time, but more often than not, it will. That's it for this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And until next time. I'll see you later.